One of the things I wanted to mention that I noticed 7 minutes, 7.5 minutes into the film right away is the ring. And there's a couple things about the actual ring, the ring of power that everybody wants, that Frodo is trying to get back into the fire of Mordor in the prologue. When Bilbo first gets the ring, now we see the ring bouncing down a hill on rocks. We see that. But what I want to talk about is the sound of that ring bouncing down those rocks. That's a heavy, specific sound. That's not the typical sound that you would hear it if it was in real life and that ring was bouncing down. So that's hats off to the sound design team doing some type of sound within the studio or outside to get that sound for those 3 or 4 bounces as it is bouncing down those rocks before Bilbo gets his hands on it. And another thing with the ring is again with the sound design also. We're past the prologue. He's left the party, he's put the ring on and disappeared. He's going back into his house, gather his things. And he and Gandalf has had the conversation. And then before he steps out of the house, he drops the ring on the floor of the house and then he leaves. And again, that's just a heavy sound that drops to the floor of the house of the front door. That small of a ring is not it's not a sound you would hear like that. So that's a very specific sound that they had to work on to get that sound for the ring to drop like that, for us to get that sound. And so those are the sort of the typical things you would have to work on in a sound studio, or perhaps go outside to record different types of things to get those particular sounds for the ring or for different types of things. Star Wars, for example, they had to go out to different things outside, record different types of engines and all different types of things to get those specific sounds for ships taking off, landing, going into hyperdrive. That's just one particular example. But just sound design to get those sounds of the ring bouncing down the rock, of the ring hitting the floor and getting that sound. And then one last thing about the Ring of Power is, fast forward, we are about halfway or so through the film, and before the Fellowship goes into the tomb of Moria, they're walking in the snow, and before Sauron starts talking and the snow comes down on them, Frodo falls and he loses the ring temporarily for a couple of seconds. There is a shot of the ring that goes close to the ring and it's on a chain, and you see how large it is. And it's only a quick shot for a couple of seconds, and you just see how large they make the ring look there in those couple of seconds.